DeVanie
and Varner.
Welcome
to your kitchen and
Sugar-Coated Murder Podcast,
where we talk about true crime.
And we bake.
What a refreshing
I know.
idea.
Cheers to that.
Woohoo.
Clink.
Clink. We have got some tropical juice.
Yummies.
We got mama juice in our glasses.
Yummy.
So, yeah.
And I'm baking this week. It's my turn to bake.
It is. What you baking for us?
Girl, I am making some strawberry muffins. Strawberry muffins.
Get the hell out of here.
I'm not gonna. I'm going to stay right here and cook.
Are you?
I am.
Please do, because I'm going to want some.
Oh, well, count your stars. Maybe you'll get it.
I'm not good at counting that high. Mm-mm. My stars, like if there's some going around my head or like what's happening?
Maybe. I'll check back with you when you get to the bottom of that drink.
Oh, and you know,
you're
I'm
a guzzler.
So it won't be long. Mm-hmm. Y'all will know when it hits me, because then all of a sudden nothing will make sense.
Luckily, she's going to tell her murder first.
I know, and that way maybe I can get through with some good enunciations and not making up words.
We'll see.
So, but first, let's talk about some current event news.
Late breaking news.
Okay. So, in the state of South Carolina, we got two cases that we're following, and it's these two dudes. Two dudes.
Of no relation.
No relation. They just both happen to be on death row.
Both scheduled to be executed this week.
This week, yes. And so...
Or maybe next week.
Well, this month. Let's just say
right.
Sometime this month.
Correct.
They have not been executed yet.
Not yet.
So they've been filing a lot of appeals right now on their case because of the mode of deliverance of said death sentence.
So they both are supposed to get lethal injection. However, since COVID hit, the state of South Carolina has not been able to get any of the lethal injection medication. It's actually been
before
COVID. There was a shortage. It's been like 2 years since we've been able to get any of it.
And it's not actually as much of a shortage as it is the companies that sell these drugs that are used. There's a combination. And the companies that sell the drugs, even individually, would like to have anonymity because they don't want their company to be tied to lethal injection for death row, which I can understand. And they have filed countless different ways, and nobody in the government has granted that anonymity yet, and so they're withholding that manufacturing of those drugs.
Right. So there are some states that still feel it's important to execute their people on death row.
Yes.
So
South Carolina being one of them.
Right. So a judge ruled that if we don't have the drugs that we need for lethal injection, of course, we've got the electric chair, but he also added the firing squad method.
So, I mean, these guys
you
have
can
choices.
Choices.
Except in this case, I did read that one of the officials from the state prison authority, or whatever they're called.
That sounds very official.
It's very official, which I doubt that's their title at all. Like, there might be prison in the name of it, but that's probably the only thing. They said that because they've not had time to assemble a firing squad, there really aren't any choices, and the electric chair is the only way they're going to go.
Right.
So now the attorneys for these guys have filed appeals saying that it's painful, it's harmful, it's not 100% guaranteed that it's a quick death, it's inhumane, it's blah, it's blah.
I have a great idea. Let's just try it. Let's try it out first.
Yeah.
And see if it works.
I have a great idea. We can say, okay, guys, y'all are the first ones, so what we're going to do is we're going to compensate your families $1,000 each, but you're still going to die.
Right. Let's up it. I think we could give them more than $1,000.
We don't have a lot of money in South Carolina, so let's just don't.
We just got a huge payout from COVID money return.
I don't know that we can pay COVID money to. I don't know that you can mix those funds.
Well, I think we should.
Well, let's just do it anyway. I mean, we're not
for the families of the victims. How about that?
Well, I don't think these guys really give a shit about their victims. It's just a feeling I have.
I don't think they give a shit about anything, to be honest with you.
They just don't want to die right now, and they don't want to do it in the electric chair.
Right.
So, but I'm going to tell you, my guy, his name is
Your guy.
my guy. His name is Brad Sigmund. And I'm going to tell you why he's on death row.
Okay. Because did he kill somebody?
He might have. And not only that, he's saying that he might suffer irreparable harm if he has to go into the electric chair. Well, what he did was he served up some irreparable harm of his own, because when he committed murder, he actually had a night of doing some crack cocaine and maybe some meth and that the next day decided, I am pissed at my girlfriend because she broke up with me and she told me I got to move out of this trailer, and so now I'm gonna go next door. And his plan was to tie up her parents and kidnap her when she came home. He got a little carried away and he beat them both with a baseball bat.
The parents
of the girl, yes. And then kidnapped her when she came home, but she was able to escape. So he bludgeoned to death 2 elderly, innocent people in their home.
And
but
he's worried about
afraid irreparable harm and pain.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is tough shit.
Right.
Tough noogies. Is that what we used to say?
Yeah. Tough noogies, man.
Tough noogies, man. You got to man up and take your lumps.
Yep. That's
or
right.
your zaps, whatever it's called. So, yeah. So that's where we are with him.
So my guy is Freddie Owens. He's changed his name legally, but I'm going to call him Freddie.
That's probably going to piss him off.
As a matter of fact, I'll throw in his middle name, Freddie Eugene.
Aw, Fred Jean.
Eugene. He was convicted of murder in February of 1999. He robbed a convenience store and shot the clerk. He shot the clerk.
Did that clerk by any chance suffer irreparable harm?
I feel like she might have.
Yeah.
I feel like she might have.
I'm wondering. Well, so yeah, this feels a little bit eye for an eye.
And he actually...
it kind of feels like karma, because she a bitch.
She a bitch.
And she done come and sat right up in their laps.
Yeah.
She said, nice to know you, fellas.
So, yeah, we've got these people sitting up there.
So we're watching. They're going through a lot of courts. My guy his execution date is the 25th of June. And when is your guy's?
My guy's the 18th or the 21st.
Okay. So we're creeping up right now on the
And they filed
date.
another appeal.
Yeah.
I think Monday to the fourth circuit, whatever.
Another
so we'll
court.
see.
Yeah. It is interesting to watch the processes that are happening and to see, what the courts are going to end up deciding. Faux show.
I guess we'll know when the lights blink.
I guess. Woo! Lord have mercy. So, yeah, so there's that. And the other thing that I did want to mention really quick is a while back when we were covering some of the missing in South Carolina cases.
Right, which we're still covering. We're just doing it by video.
We're doing it via video and posting it because we feel like people can see it and they can look the people up. They can pass it along more than if we just tell you about it.
Right.
But the first guy that I covered, Sheldon Sanders out of Columbia.
Yeah.
His mom, just so people know, there are billboards that have gone up. They've always been up, but I think they were erected some more billboards. And it is on Saturday, it's the 20-year anniversary of the last time he was seen. And so his mother in their hometown is doing a vigil in his memory.
Yeah.
And so we're not going to be able to be there because of a conflict. But what I'm going to ask is that for people just to send really positive vibes to her.
Yeah.
Send a lot of love and comfort to her and her family. Because this is, it's 20 years, but damn, it's still tough.
And you still want to know. You want to know.
And she wants her boys. She wants his remains back if she can find them. She just wants answers. And so we're sending our love out to her, and we hope everybody else will.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have any more business to take care of?
You want to tell us what you're cooking? I mean, not what you're cooking, but how you're cooking it.
Oh, sure. Well, I found a fantastic recipe for strawberry muffins on a site called Once Upon a Chef.
Oh, I like
with
it.
Jen Siegel.
Oh, Jen. Maybe we need to be friends with her.
She would like to be our friend, I think.
She doesn't know it yet, but she really wants to be. Yeah. We've made a lot of friends lately, and just saying.
Something for us to keep in mind, too. On her site, you can click a button that says metric. So if you've got a friend across the pond that's doing something and they need a metric measurement, you can
Lyndon, here's your opportunity.
You can get your recipe that way. Yes. So this has fresh strawberries.
Yeah.
Yum. It's got some almond extract and vanilla extract. It looks delicious. I cannot wait. So I
cannot wait.
That's what I'm cooking up. And it makes 12 muffins, which I like. I'm not going to have
so perfect. I have muffins out the wazoo.
Exactly.
There's just no need for all them wazoo muffins.
Yeah. So I'm doing my thing in the kitchen. Why don't you tell me a story and make the time go by?
I am. I have a really interesting story, and this is another hometown murder for us.
Wow.
One that I was not aware of, but was made aware of, and then I started digging into it. And I got to tell you, I feel like that for whatever reason, this story needed to be told today.
Right.
I was compelled.
Yeah.
So, because I had another one geared up and ready to go, kind of, and it just wasn't. That victim was not saying today is the day.
Well, we always say that.
Yeah.
You just know when the time is right to tell the story. The time is right, and
today is the time.
Today is the time.
I'm going to talk about a lady. I want to call her a girl because I call everybody that's a female a girl.
Right.
But she a lady. So this story is about Tammy Jo Steinert.
All right.
Okay. So Tammy Jo was born in Pasquotank County, North Carolina.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
Mm-hmm. It seems like it would maybe be in the.
It's on the way. Is it? Oh, is that? Oh, right. It's on the way to the Outer Banks.
Yeah, it feels like I was going to say. It feels like a Chincoteague kind of not that it's near Chincoteague, but it's kind of one of those names. So I felt like it was a coastal thing.
Right. Yeah.
But who knows?
I think you're right because you're smart.
Not really. I just guess a lot. So, anyway, Tammy Jo was born on September 21st, 1972, and she was born to parents Linda and Joseph. Tammy Jo graduated from Franklin High School in Franklin, Virginia.
Oh, look at that.
Our hometown. She also graduated from Radford University in Radford, Virginia.
How about that? Look at her go. She was smart.
Yes. Tammy Jo married Charles Steinert. We're going to call him Chuck.
Chuck.
I'm going to call him Chuck.
I'm not familiar with Chuck, but
you're about to You're about to be very familiar with Chucky.
Oh, I believe Tammy Jo is a little younger than we are, so we may have missed out on this.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. She is nonetheless incredibly important. So Tammy Jo and Chuck had a son together.
I'm sorry, but you crack me up.
I know.
Terribly.
I crack a lot of people up. I don't even understand because I don't even try to be funny. I'm just saying she's terribly important.
Okay. As if I was saying she wasn't.
I know. That's not what I felt like. I didn't feel like you were saying that. But shame on you if you were. Jeez. So anyway, they had a son together, and she had a daughter from a previous relationship that I think was a previous marriage. So Tammy Jo and Chuck were estranged.
Do you know who she was married to prior?
I do not.
Because, in that area, sometimes you can figure out who people are by who their people are.
I understand, and I know the last name of that daughter, and it was unfamiliar.
Okay.
Quite unfamiliar. So I kind of felt like she had that marriage maybe before she moved to that area.
Maybe.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Carry on.
Moving the frig on. Okay. So they were estranged, and they were trying to share custody of their young son, who at the time was in elementary school. Her daughter, by the way, was in middle school.
Do you know where he went to school?
Jeez Louise, would you shut up from the peanut gallery? No, I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
Okay.
So their estrangement was not going well at all. And Tammy Jo had an order of protection against Chuck. So it was so contentious that Tammy Jo's uncle, and we're going to refer to him as Uncle.
Uncle.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll be referring to her uncle as
Uncle.
Uncle.
Okay.
He would come to Tammy Jo's house to facilitate and record the handing off of the young son.
Oh, it's that bad.
That's how bad it was.
Wow. Bless her heart.
I know. So on June 12th, Tammy Jo's uncle was at her house in Courtland, Virginia.
What?
Very, very close to Franklin, Virginia. Just a little spitball away. So to facilitate a handoff. Okay. Chuck went over to Tammy Jo's house that morning at 8:30 and picked up their son and left.
Okay.
Tammy Jo's uncle hung around afterwards because he often hung around, just to be to help her out or whatever.
Right.
Sometime around noon, Chuck pulls up in the driveway unexpectedly.
Oh.
Tammy Jo was at home at the time, as well as her daughter, and one of her daughter's friends was visiting.
Right.
So because Uncle thought maybe Chuck was bringing back the son, he stepped out onto the deck to greet Chuck.
Right.
Chuck was alone.
Where was the boy?
No clue.
Oh, no.
So he tells Uncle, I want to see Tammy.
Oh.
And Uncle says, you can't see Tammy right now. And then that's when Chuck pulled out a revolver and shot Uncle in the abdomen.
Chuck, you mean man.
Chuck is
Oh, no.
He's a real muckety-muck.
He is a muckety-muck.
So Uncle runs next door to the neighbor's house to get help.
God, with a gunshot to his abdomen?
Yes, bless his heart. So Chuck then proceeded to shoot through the glass sliding patio door and busted it out.
Of Tammy's house?
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
And at this point, Tammy Jo and the two young girls had started to flee the home, but Chuck chased them down and at gunpoint forced all three of them back into the house.
Even the little girls?
Yes, and into a bedroom.
Oh, Lord, Chuck.
Chuck entered the bedroom and fatally shot Tammy Jo in the head.
In front of her daughter? Oh, my Lord.
I'm telling you, he's a real muckety-muck.
Oh, my God.
So when police arrive, Chuck had barricaded himself and the two girls in the house.
Mom, Lanta.
Took the two girls hostage. So a 4-hour standoff ensued. And during that standoff, several conversations occurred between Chuck and the state police hostage negotiator, whose name was Louis Dooley.
Okay.
Dooley testified in court that Chuck told him that he would not hurt the girls. And after 4 hours, Dooley finally convinced Chuck to let the girls go.
Okay.
They were released and were not physically hurt.
Kudos
I
to
don't
Mr.
like
Dooley.
it when the articles say they were unharmed, because that's a bunch of bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Because they are psychologically scarred forever.
Correct.
Okay, so Dooley also said that Chuck spoke to him rationally and at times cried. And at some point, Chuck told Dooley, I just shot and killed my son's mother. How am I supposed to make that right?
Well, you should have thought of that before you pulled the trigger.
Little late to make it right. So at other times, Dooley felt that Chuck was trying to tell his side of the story because he wanted everybody to know his side of the story. Which, I'm sorry, once you pull the trigger, you don't have a side of the story.
Your story's
over.
No story. Right.
So, and he said several times that he had no choice, which I call complete and total bullshit, too. So, I call bullshit on you, buddy.
That's right.
And I'm really good at that card game.
Oh, yeah.
I just say bullshit to everybody because I ain't scared. So, finally, Chuck peacefully surrendered to police without further incident. Okay. So we're going to go to the trial. We're going to fast forward to the trial, which happened around the end of July or beginning of August of 2013.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and this is after the court had declared him sane.
Okay.
Yeah. So the trial lasted 3 days.
Oh.
Yeah. And the jury took 45 minutes to return a guilty verdict.
Guilty
of murder plus 10 other charges.
Oh,
and I'm
good.
going to tell you what those charges are.
Let's hear them.
Malicious wounding of uncle. using a firearm maliciously.
Is Uncle okay?
Uncle survived. He was life flighted to Norfolk it's a Centera hospital where he underwent surgery. He was in the hospital for 2 weeks, but he did recover. He actually was able to go to court and gave a lot of testimony.
Oh, good. Way to go, Uncle.
That's right. So malicious wounding of Uncle, using a firearm maliciously, abduction of girl number 1, using a firearm in the abduction of girl number 1, abduction of girl number 2, using a firearm in the abduction of girl number 2.
Wow.
Armed statutory burglary, which is when he shot the plate glass window out.
Oh, right.
And maliciously discharging a firearm in an occupied building.
I love it.
They threw everything at him.
I'm so glad.
Threw it all
I hope
at
they
him.
sat down with their big book of stuff and said, what else do you got?
So sentencing took 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they were like, it probably took longer to order lunch and get the lunch in. And they're like, how do you spell malicious? Like they're like trying to stall
right.
because, they're trying to get their lunch. So he was sentenced to life plus 83 years.
I love that.
You're not going to love it after I tell you this.
Damn it.
Okay. So I looked up the laws in Virginia.
Okay.
When you get life in Virginia, you get 15 years. 15!
That's it?
It's 30 in our state.
15?
15 mandatory years. I spit upon you.
God.
I'm so mad.
There was spit. It didn't get in the muffins, y'all. Don't worry.
And then
15. Virginia is for lovers.
Yeah, well, they love their criminals. So, and then if you get sentenced to like however many years, then you have to serve half of the years. So how are they saying your life is only 30 years when you're serving 15? How does this make sense? So the 83 years, he actually has to serve 41 and a half before he is eligible for parole.
All right. Well, we can work with that.
That's 56 and a half years mandatory. He was 37 when he committed these crimes.
Okay.
And they give you credit for time served while you're waiting trial.
Oh.
So what he can be if he gets out of jail is he can get out at the age of 93 and a half years.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I'm not happy with this. I'm going to need to call the governor of Virginia soon after I'm done guzzling my drink down.
He might not make it to 93.
I can only hope no, and I can only hope that however he dies is long and slow and terrifying.
I believe that, the age range for survival in prison is 40, a lot less.
It's like 40 years.
A lot less than what we have
to the age
on the
of 40,
outside.
not like living for 40 years, but like age 40.
Right.
So I will tell you this, that I looked up where Mr. Chucky is.
Oh, okay.
Because I was interested. So, and in case anybody is in that area and wants to stop by and spit on him, like anything, like or throw raw bologna at him, or like throw cheese in his face, or I don't know. So he's currently housed in the Sussex 2 State Prison in Waverly, Virginia.
Oh, right. Well, we get around that area
That
sometimes.
is a level 4 prison with about a little over 1,300 prisoners. My college was bigger than that, and it was a really small school. So, and they only house single and multi-life sentence prisoners.
Okay.
So most of them are in there because they committed murder and mayhem.
Gotcha.
So that's where he is. If anybody wants to go by there and toot your little horn at him and maybe give him a one-finger salute as you drive by, I don't know. I can tell you that he's a real douche canoe.
Sounds like it.
And I have a picture of him that I will post, and he looks like Mama, close your ears. He's a fucking asshole.
Oh, God, Mama. I'm sorry.
I said close your ears, Mama.
Wow.
So anyway, I don't like him, but I felt really compelled because this all went down like June of 2010, and it's like right around that day, and I feel like Tammy was saying, somebody don't forget me.
Right.
Don't forget me, because it's not about him.
Right.
It's about Tammy Jo and the fact that she lost her life. And she had babies. She had a middle school daughter and an elementary school son who needed their mama.
That's right.
And that daughter did not need to watch her mother die.
No.
And God help that poor little girl that was just over visiting.
Oh, God.
I mean, my God. So, yeah. So, that, Tammy Jo, rest in peace, honey.
Yes.
God bless you.
Wow, what a crazy story. I hadn't heard that one.
Yeah, that was a crazy one. And I've got to tell you, I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted because I've been using a lot of energy hating on Chuck.
Yes, my God.
Mama, close your ears.
Fuck Chuck. No.
Fuck Chuck.
Here
Fuck
she
Chuck.
goes. All right. I've got the muffins in the oven.
That was so quick. Good on you.
Yeah, it's not. It's a really
I appreciate
quick
that you had them strawberries already cut up.
Yeah, you got to dice them, but it's not that hard.
Slice and dice.
Easy peasy. So they're in the oven. They do take 30 minutes to cook. Mm-hmm. So, we'll take a little pause real quick.
Lord, sugar, I done finished my drink.
Oh, I finished mine way
I know you drank that down faster than me.
I'm a guzzler tonight.
Ooh, the guzzler. Sisters. All
right. So we're going to take a pause. Okay. And I'm going to get my murder together. And then I'm going to talk about it. Shifting gears. Please hold. All right. We've switched.
I've tried to cheer you on.
I don't know what you were doing. So. It's everybody's okay.
You scared me. I thought
you
it was a
scared
mouse.
me. A mouse.
Because this thing was moving.
Okay.
Whatever.
We have we have a mouse on a stool on the 4th floor of the apartment. So. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So I came across a murder this week.
Dish me out some murder.
This guy is wackadoodle.
Oh, good. I love these.
His name is John George Haig.
John George?
John George.
Jean George.
No, just John George.
Jean George.
John George. We're not giving him any kind of specialness.
Jingleheimer Schmitz.
Also known as the acid bath murderer.
No. No.
Yeah.
Ew.
Oh, no. It's good. It's not.
I don't feel like it is.
No. It really isn't. It's good. It's not good.
It's not good. It's murder.
It's not as bad as the lady who was in the barrel.
Okay.
I'll just tell you that one. Okay.
I can handle it.
So, and I'm a Southerner, so I like to go first name, middle name. So I will be referring to him throughout this podcast as John George.
Jean George?
No. No.
Not JG?
No, just John George.
Okay, fine.
He was born in 1909, and he lived in outdoor Yorkshire.
Outdoor
Yorkshire.
Did he live out? Did he live
Excuse
outdoors?
Me, I am in the middle of a podcast.
I don't understand the word. Like I
what
know
don't you understand about the word?
He lived outdoors?
Did I say outdoors? Yorkshire?
You said outdoor.
Correct. Yorkshire.
It's a place called Outdoor?
Are you going to be mean to the people in Yorkshire about how they name their cities?
I guess, there's a place called Outback, but it's a restaurant.
Okay, well, we've got some pretty wild and crazy names for our cities, too.
I know.
Weird, especially in Pennsylvania. Weird.
Bird in hand, blue balls.
Yeah, see? And this is outdoor Yorkshire.
Okay.
After school, he took an apprenticeship with a motor engineer. He married in 1934, and after his apprenticeship, he decided to start a business of his own because he didn't want to work for someone else.
No, because the man keeps you down.
Yeah, and he put that apprenticeship to very good use. He started a business forging vehicle documents.
Wait, forging?
Brilliant.
I thought you were going to say forging vehicles.
No.
But you threw in documents.
Yeah. So you don't have a title to that car. I'm your man.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Well done, John George.
Uh-huh.
Surprisingly, that business did not take off for John George.
Shut your mouth.
Soon after he got started, he got arrested.
I'll be damned.
And he got sent to jail for 15 months, at which point his very smart wife divorced him.
No way.
She said, I out.
I be outie.
So after he got out of jail, he meets a friend. They start a very successful dry cleaning business.
Oh, good.
Very successful. Everything was going great. And then his partner was killed in a car accident.
Oh, no.
Turns out John George was not so good at business. Because soon after his partner died, the business collapsed. And he had to fold.
JG.
So by 1936, John George was in need of a fresh start. So he moved to London.
Tally-ho.
Tally-ho. Hello, Governor. I'm in London.
Tally-ho, Queen.
All the way from Yorkshire.
With some pudding.
There he found a job as a chauffeur.
Oh, no.
To the McSwan family.
Not McSwan. They sound like they're Merkins.
Yeah. Well, John George, he couldn't seem to stay out of trouble in London because he got caught trying to swindle some people, and he ended up back in jail, this time for 4 years.
John George, you can't shortcut life, buddy. You just got to go through the pain of having a job.
But then he gets out of jail, and then he ends back up in jail within a few months because he got caught stealing.
John George.
For shame, John George.
Get it together, buddy.
This time, he served 22 months. And
22 months?
Yeah. Upon his release, he got himself a job as a salesman. A proper salesman, all right?
A proper salesman, you say, governor.
So, 1944, he bumps into his old employer, William McSwan.
Not McSwan.
I ain't seen you in a long time, McSwan. Why don't you come by?
It's been half my life since I've seen you.
Come buy me a drink at the pub.
How about a pint amongst us?
Yeah, we went to the Goat. The Goat was the name of the pub.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, and John George invited William to his workshop.
Oh, that's
close
exciting.
By. Yeah, probably maybe for some more drinking or male bonding or whatever. So once John George got William...
Merriment. It was merriment. Yes, I can feel it.
Yes, maybe a biscuit.
A scone.
A scone. Once John George got William into the workshop, he was kind of feeling that he wanted to smash William's skull.
Lord,
so
he's
he did.
bitter.
He did. And then he put his body in a barrel. And he happened to have some sulfuric acid in his workshop.
Why do you got that?
He filled it in the barrel with the body and the acid. So night,
Mr.
William.
McSwan.
Yeah. So John George said, well, I know that William's mom and dad are going to be very, very unhappy that he's gone missing. So I'm going to phone them.
Oh, I'll tell her your
Hello,
mom.
Governor.
I'll tell her your mom and tell her you're done.
I'm telling that was Italian. What is the matter with you?
I crossed over.
So he's like, all right, you know what? I'm just going to tell them that William has gone into hiding to avoid getting called into military service. Right? Because...
Without telling him's mom?
No, he just had to go on the lam. Doesn't want to get called into service. Doesn't want to be drafted. They didn't call it the draft.
I'll tell your mom you're on the run.
Yeah. And he actually started writing some letters to the mom.
Dear Mom, I'm on the run.
Pretending to be the son on the run.
Me on the run.
I'm on the run.
No, I don't got the runs.
I know.
Although in that barrel he probably did.
Maybe.
I mean,
now I think he is
runny.
the runs.
He's probably a little runny by now.
So John George got really tired of writing all those letters. I mean, it's a lot of letters.
And I mean, back then it was probably like with a quill and the inkwell.
Oh my God.
Oh, what a pain.
Of
Parchment,
letters.
like parchment. You have to get parchment.
So he thought it'd just be a lot easier to kill the McSwans.
And wait.
I'm just going to kill them.
I'm going to kill Mom?
Mom and Dad.
Mom and Pop?
The McSwan. Pop.
I don't know.
Mom and Pop.
I don't know what they call dads over there.
I don't either, but they did. And he dumps their bodies in a vat of acid. How about that?
Well, he
has a thing now.
He's got a thing. He has a thing.
Thing, yeah.
Well, he's got plenty of acid.
Yeah.
Evidently.
I guess, yeah. So after this, John George started pretending to be William McSwan.
Why wouldn't he?
And he managed to get legal control of all of the McSwan family assets.
I don't feel like there was a lot of back checking back then.
No.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, hi.
McSwan, you're looking different.
Oh, yeah. It was
top of the morning to you, McSwan.
Me had a bad winter. And then they're like, oh, yeah.
I was on the run. I'm the son on the run.
I'm on the lam.
So
not on a llama.
He made like a lot of money and he sold everything.
Was he like a Rockefeller?
Except for their dog. He kept their dog.
Oh, well, at least he didn't acetate the dog.
Not that I'm aware of, but I can't be for sure.
God. That dog's probably thinking the whole time, I'm onto you, asshole.
I'm onto you. In 1947, John George was working on a real estate deal because, he's got a lot of money now.
Oh, so he's just throwing it away.
And around, not
away.
No. No. He bumps into a couple by the last name Henderson. And the Hendersons lived in a hotel.
Was Harry with them?
No.
Okay.
No, not that kind of Henderson. I think he was in the 80s. This is back in the 40s. Yeah.
I can see where I'm skipping.
You're a little, I'm
skipping time.
Anywho, the Hendersons lived in a hotel. They were rich, wealthy, living in a hotel.
Can you imagine?
They all got to be very chummy. And in February of 1948, he asked them to stop by his new workshop. No.
Don't go to the workshop. Don't go.
He got a new workshop in Crawley.
I guess so.
And so once he gets them there, he shoots his friends and dumps their body into a barrel of acid.
OMG.
Yeah, he's got a pattern.
He got a lot of barrels.
So he goes back to the hotel where the Hendersons lived, goes to their suite, steals all of their valuables, pays the outstanding hotel bill because he is a gentleman, and he walks out the door.
Granted, he paid with their money.
Well, whatever. Whatever.
Their stolen money.
Oh, let me settle the bill.
Mm-hmm.
By February of 1949.
Ooh, 94. I was like, Lord have mercy. We've done got in the hot tub time machine and skipped over to the 90s. We're not.
By 1949, our John George had moved himself into a swanky hotel in South Kensington.
Oh.
While he was there, he became friends with a wealthy 69-year-old widow who was also a swanky hotel resident.
Ooh, swanky hotel people.
Her name was, are you ready? Because I love this name.
I'm ready.
Olive Henrietta Olivia Roberts Durand Deacon.
Okay, first of all, that's dumb to have Olive and Olivia in the same name. Like, they cancel each other out, so just take them out.
No, not when you got Henrietta in between. Henrietta. I love it. So Olive and John George got to be real good friends.
Jean George.
He told her that he was an inventor and an engineer because, he had a workshop, right? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And she was delighted to hear because she had developed some fake fingernails.
Wait.
And she was looking for someone that could help her improve on the product and make them more marketable. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
She's like way ahead of her time.
I know. John George said, holy cow. Henrietta, Olivia,
Roberta Flack.
Durand Deacon.
Duran. That's where they got the name.
I happen to have a workshop close by. Where
no, not the workshop. Don't go to the workshop. Don't go to the workshop.
So on February the 18th, 1949, the two besties drive in George's extremely fancy car to his workshop to work on
the workshop of death, guys.
The fake fingernail idea.
No.
Only thing was, John George didn't much feel like working on the fingernail idea that day. Mm-mm. So he just went ahead and shot her in the back of the head.
Oh, she didn't even see that coming.
No.
She's like, look at this. You got to get really close.
So he takes all of her jewelry and her fur coat, and he puts her body in a 45-gallon drum and filled it with sulfuric acid. Acid. He locked up the shop, headed back to the hotel for a fancy 3-course dinner, and turned in for the night. The thing, though, was that Olive had lived in that swanky hotel for 6 years. So when Olive didn't turn up for B-Fast the next day...
I thought you were going to say bingo, and I was so excited they had bingo at this swanky-ass hotel.
They might have. I don't know.
I feel like they did.
The other residents at the hotel were like, John George, where is Olivia?
Olive, Henrietta, Olivia, Roberta, Duran.
Duncan.
Deacon. Well, it's just, I get it. It's a lot of vowels.
Where's she at? Where's she
be?
So John George said, I don't know. There was an accident at my workshop, so Olive and I couldn't meet up. We missed our appointment. Mm-hmm. I don't know where she at.
I don't know where she be.
Well, the next day, one of the residents said, I'm going to the police, John George. And he said, I will take you.
But first, let's stop at my workshop. Please say he didn't say that.
He did not. They went to the police station, and the officer at the police station was immediately suspicious of our John George.
Oh, our John George.
Poor John George.
Good Lord, John George.
She's like, there's something wrong with him. Yeah, she didn't believe that there was any missed appointment. So then they leave the station, and the officer contacts Scotland Yard.
Not Scotland Yard.
And Scotland Yard taps into John George's...
It's nowhere near a Scottish accent. Just saying.
All right, whatever. John George's... so Scotland Yard taps into John George's criminal history.
Yeah.
While they're looking at John George's history, which is not good.
Not a good history.
He runs back to the workshop, and he empties the contents of his acid drum into the street.
All of them? Or was it just one huge
drum? It's just one big drum.
And I feel like at this point it's like a big tub.
Yeah, just like, a 45-gallon drum.
Good.
Yeah, and he's good. I mean, there's plenty of room in it.
Obviously. Well, the acid eats the people after a while. There's plenty of room.
Exactly. So he leaves the workshop.
Hot tub time machine death trap.
Yeah. So he leaves the workshop and he goes to another shop to see how much money he can get for Olive's jewelry. Oh. Because he got the jewelry. When he gets back to the hotel, the police are waiting for him because they got more questions. And he said, I didn't meet up with Olive. We missed our appointment. So they said, okay, something's
Why
still right.
Why are you bothering me?
Yeah. The police left, and 3 days later they come back, and John George says, I missed our appointment, but he does give them a couple of extra details. Still, but I missed the appointment.
Last time I saw her, she was in a big ass hot tub.
Right.
That got a lid on it.
Right. 2 days after that, the police show up at John George's workshop, and they break down the door to perform a search. Mm-hmm. Inside the workshop, they find typical workshop-y type things.
Sure.
A rubber apron. A gas mask.
Oh.
Some big empty glass jugs, maybe that contained some sort of acid. A recently fired .38 Enfield revolver. And a dry cleaning receipt for a woman's black Persian lamb fur coat. What?
Henrietta.
Olive. Henrietta. Olivia. Get
Roberta
it right.
Duncan Duran.
I know. And he was such a jerk because he shot her with the coat on.
And then had it cleaned?
And excuse me, a lamb coat?
I'm very upset about the lamb part.
A lamb coat? I mean, I'm going to have to see. I need to... I don't like it. You think of a fur coat like fox, mink, but
badger.
Lamb? Lamb? I don't know. Anywho, on February the 28th, police go and pick up John George at the hotel. They take him to the police station for questioning, where he immediately confesses to, I killed Olive.
Well, that didn't take long.
He told them that he had dissolved her in acid. Therefore, there was no body. Yep. Therefore, they could not arrest him for murder.
He knew his
And he laughed and said, you will only find sludge.
Oh, not sludge.
Where I dumped the contents of the barrel.
Oh, and that's in the street.
In the street. And then he said, oh, and by the way, I killed the McSwans and them Hendersons y'all been looking for. I did that.
I did all that because I am committed to my craft.
And he said, too bad there's no body because now you can't charge me for murder.
I ain't got nobody. Nobody.
I don't remember the rest of the words.
I don't know. Is it Sammy Hagar? No. What's that other guy's name?
I don't know.
David Lee Roth. Ooh.
Yeah, he got big hair.
Yeah. And nobody.
He ain't got nobody.
He said it all the time.
Nobody. So, So, of course, the police said, we're going to go take a look-see at whatever it is that we didn't see at the workshop.
We're going to go back to the workshop and look at some street sludge.
So they send their pathologist back over, who immediately finds bloodstains on the wall.
I'm sure it was the guy from River Street.
River Street. It was I don't know. Yeah. It's Dr. Simpson. That's all I know. Dr. Simpson.
not Dr. Seuss.
No.
Okay,
God,
just checking.
No. This is not his.
He's like, Horton here's a who?
Yeah, who?
No.
What? You
No.
saw what?
Mm-mm.
So they look in that 45-gallon barrel and they find a hat pin. That's it. A hat pin.
That didn't dissolve?
It did not dissolve.
Dang, that's a sturdy-ass hat pin. I'm going to need to know the company that manufactures it.
You're going to be...
In case I'm too in the market for a hat pin.
You're going to be amazed at the things that don't dissolve.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I want to know past the hat pin.
The pathologist goes out with her team and she says, I'm going to need all this here sludge. We're just scrape it all up. Just gonna scoop it all up. We're going to scoop it. We're going to put it in a bag. I'm going to take it back to the lab and see what we see. Because she had actually...
Was it Dakota Fanning?
Because
Fanning? She's that pathologist on that show.
I don't know. I don't watch that show.
I don't either, but she is.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, let's just say Dakota Fanning takes the sludge back to the lab because she had spotted something in the sludge that she said,
gosh.
ha, ha, ha. I think we're on. I think
Jean-Georges.
we might have something here.
Or her.
Pretty hard. So the lab goes in, processes the sludge, and this is what they find. 28 pounds of human fat.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. We didn't eat dinner yet. Oh, my stomach is done.
I'm not done.
No.
Part of a foot. You're going to love this one.
I don't want it.
Yes. 3 gallstones, because those gallstones are not leaving your body.
Man, those things are assholes, aren't
they? Your gallbladder might go, but your gallstones are not.
They're assholes to get rid of.
Yes.
Assholes.
18 bone fragments.
Eek.
The handles of a red plastic bag. A lipstick container. And a fully intact set of upper and lower dentures.
Well, because they're not real.
Dentures.
He should have taken them dentures out.
In sulfuric acid. So Olive's dentist confirmed that the dentures did indeed belong to Olive, and John George was arrested for her murder. He went to trial in July of 1949. It took the jury 17 minutes to find him guilty of Olive's murder.
Ooh, 17 minutes. Back then they didn't get lunch catered.
No, because on August, let's see, that was, what day was that? Did I say he went to trial? What did I say? Were you listening?
I mean, I was trying to.
Yeah. July. He went to trial July.
I knew it was July.
By the 10th of August, he was hanged. Goodbye. Bye-bye, George.
See you later, George.
John George, bye-bye. Bye, George. By the way, the foot part that they ended up finding belonged to Mr. Henderson.
That man had one hell of a foot, didn't he? He put his foot down one too
many times. And at one point during the trial prep, John George said, I did all this killing because I'm insane. And I wanted to drink everybody's blood.
Ew.
Right. And he was tested by all kind of doctors, and they're like, no, he ain't crazy. He crazy, but he ain't crazy.
He's not crazy. He's just mean.
So here's a really creepy fact about John George. He agreed to model for a death mask for Madame Tussaud's waxworks. He even left his clothes to the museum with the stipulation that they were always kept spotless. His pants had to be cuffed and creased, and his hair had to be parted on the side.
And I hope they put it all in a vat of acid and then threw it in the street as
sludge. No, they
actually
actually made the wax. They got the death mask. So the death mask is after he died. They did a mold of his face, and then they turned it into a wax figure, and it was in her Museum of Horrors or something, where she had a lot of the killers in there. Yeah,
that's gross.
So you could go and see wax figure John George if you wanted to.
You know what I would have done? I stuck a hat pin right in his nose.
Oh my God, that would have been great.
John George.
So John George, he dead.
That's ooky.
Bye-bye.
That's a real ooky story.
Yeah, it was weird. I was just kind of goofing around, looking around, and then all of a sudden this one, I was like, I'm going to do this one because John George.
Because John George.
And then when I saw Olive Henrietta Olivia Duran Deacon, I thought, I have
Roberta Flack Duran.
Yeah, so there you go. That's my murder. And I'm
holy freaking moly.
My muffins are ready. They smell so good. I want to hit you.
If you hit me, I shall hit you back. And there you go.
There you go. I guess we'll know what happens by the end of this podcast.
Yeah. So.
Oh, gross.
I had to talk. I had ice in my mouth.
You didn't have to talk.
Okay.
Whatever.
Hit it.
All right. So what else do we want to tell you? Oh, let's talk about find us on Facebook. We have a Facebook fan page. If you want to find us, whatever. Send us an email. We have gotten so many fan emails over the last 2 weeks.
Are on cloud 99.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh,
oh my gosh.
I'm so excited.
It's so weird. We got an email from a fan that blew my socks off about a case we've already done.
Yeah, but...
And eventually we'll revisit it. We will not reveal our source.
No.
We will not reveal our source.
You know why? We're journalists.
We're journalists, and that's not what we do. Mm-mm. So, but yeah, I was like, what the what? What the what?
Stop it.
Yeah. That happened at like 10:30 last night. I knew Sister Sue was sleeping, so I couldn't send her any messages. But I sat on it till like 6:40 this morning. I was like, I can't sit on it.
I can't wait any longer.
We got a juicy email. You got to look at it.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing. And guys, we have to tell you that now, if you have the Alexa in your home, go to bed, go to sleep. You can go, if you have the app on your phone of the Alexa app, you open the app and you go to Alexa Skills and you go to search and you type in how to slay in the kitchen. That's us.
That is us.
You set it as your Alexa skill, and then every day, this is what you do. Alexa, play my flash briefing.
And here's the latest from your flash briefing. You're up to date on your flash briefing.
Oh, you little shit.
From the beginning. From how to slay in the kitchen.
There you go.
Here's a tip to soften your hard ice cream. Run a knife under warm water before making deep cuts in a grid pattern in the ice cream. Much like butter, more exposed surface area will soften it faster. Now run your scooper under a little warm water before scooping out the ice cream and enjoy. For more tips on how to slay in the kitchen, tune in and follow Sugar Coated Murder Podcast on all your favorite listening apps.
That's right. Now. Shut up, Alexa.
Holy smokes, that was me. That was me on Alexa. She played me.
So once you do that, then every day when she plays your flash briefings, you will get a kitchen tip on how to slay in the kitchen.
Oh my God, we've got the best kitchen
We've
tips.
got some really cool ones.
Yeah.
So everybody hurry up. We're working on getting it onto Google Home. But until then, everybody go load that onto your Alexa app and get it done. Because then you can hear our voices every day.
Every day.
And we'll give you a tip on how to slay in the kitchen.
And listen, I've been telling tips to my friend Marty because she came to visit with me. And she's going home with like a whole bunch of tips. She's just going to surprise everybody in her house when she gets home.
They're going to be like,
all the smarts she's got.
You're a professional.
Yeah.
And you say, no, I just slayed it in the kitchen.
I slayed it in the kitchen, y'all.
I went and visited the Sugar Sisters and I slayed it in the kitchen.
So, let's see. Email us. Oh, let me tell you the email. It's murder.sugarcoated@gmail.com. Send us an email. We will respond to you.
And over until you're sick of us.
Right. And you will be our best friend. So our Thanksgiving, Sugar-Coated Murder Thanksgiving list is growing.
I know. We just cannot wait until we can really pull it off.
I know.
Have a Sugar-Coated Murder Thanksgiving. Yeah.
So that's it for us this week. We don't have a lot of other stuff. We're watching that execution news going on in South Carolina. That's big news right now.
And I want to tell you about a new show I've been watching real quick on Hulu.
Oh.
I think it's on Hulu. No, I'm lying to you because the person that told me about it lied to me. It's on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
It's called Why Women Kill.
Oh.
And it is very Desperate Housewives, kind of campy, kind of drama.
So it's like a
series.
like a dramedy.
Like, kind of like that, yeah. It's really cool. And
but it's not like reality TV.
No, it's scripted. So it's really fun. Y'all tune in and watch it because it's like really fun.
I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, it's fun. Can I say it's fun one more time? It's just fun.
Is it fun?
Seems to be.
All right. Taste your muffin.
Oh, my gosh.
It's hot. Careful.
It's hot, but I love it.
Butter your butter.
It's come down my chin.
God, that's good.
Oh, y'all don't even know. I mean, I would have these for like at dinner time. I would have it for dessert. I would have it for dinner. I would have it for a snack. I wouldn't mind having it on the side of a salad.
Well, it only makes 12, so savor what you got. I have company this week,
Oh,
so
God.
you ain't getting much.
Oh, no. This is it. I might want to break it up and
I'll
ration
pass
it.
you the recipe, though.
Oh,
I'd be
how
happy
fancy.
to.
How fancy of you. Well, guys, we love the hell out of you.
We do. We love you.
We love you.
Tell them about our Instagram handle.
Oh, it's at Sugarcoated Murder.
Yeah,
Find
follow
us.
Follow us.
Follow us. It's fun.
It is fun.
It's where all the cool kids camp out.
Oh, and look for us on the TikTok. We got the TikTok.
Yeah, we've got the TikTok. We've got the Twitter. We're Sugar Murder
Oh,
on the
we
Twitter.
wanted to say thank you, a million thank yous to our friend Lean Cuisine.
Lean Cuisine, and we know who you are now, and
Yes.
we won't say it because you haven't given us permission to say it, but when you give us permission, then we'll say it.
Lean Cuisine bought us a bunch of coffee to help us with our
Vanilla
initiative. So
Yes.
cannot wait for that to come to fruition.
Yes, to come to Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles. All right, so that's
Guys,
us.
we
We
got
love
nothing
you.
else. We love
Stay
you.
sweet.
Don't murder, and
Because-
don't get murdered, and don't be a murderer.
If you kill people,
We will talk about you. Love
That's it.
y'all. Bye
Peace
now.
out.